money. They made the bond payment for the money that we actually had, with the $5.8 million. They made the payment. They're planning on paying off getting the money from the state. I think that was a grant from Eddie Russell and Senator Griffo. So they're going to be able to pay that off. As I said, they made money. The surveys that they have been doing have been more on a positive note. One thing that's going to drive Sam nuts is that they are going paperless.
Nice.
They're going to put everything in the cloud, which
Oh, the board's gonna be?
so everybody will get a little pad and be able to do everything paperless, which
Yeah.
Sam always thought was a good idea that some other board should do.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's a
Once
good idea.
once we get Wi-Fi.
Anything else from the hospital?
Well, I read the article that was in the paper, and so it didn't really make sense to me, but I was hoping Bob would be around for some questions.
Yeah, I thought he would too.
With affiliation was contingent upon privatization was one of the comments that I read on North Country Now. And I know that I brought up the affiliation law that Addie Russell had submitted. Back in December, we talked about meeting with her over legislation. I think maybe instead of me bringing that up again, we should plan on having that meeting with the town board and Addie Russell and see what she has to say about it. And that way, if you have questions, you can ask her directly. And we can maybe work on something that if privatization does not work out, or we have an alternate plan anyway, to fall back on.
And we could ask Mr. Walden to be,
Sure, oh, definitely.
get his input as well.
Okay.
Even the board of managers, Scott Wilson, he should.
Yeah, some representation there at least, yeah. I don't have a big problem with that. With a meeting, you know. See what comes to it.
Okay.
But, I guess, I guess I do have a question, I'm just thinking about it. So, special legislation to enable partnership, should we not privatize? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I brought it up last
Yeah.
meeting.
Right.
You know, I mean, let me put it to you this way. If you go to a car dealer, do you ask the car dealer, should I go to see another car dealer and see what they have to offer, or should I just take your word for it and take what you have to offer? No, you want to have that option open,
Yeah.
right? I mean, so we need to affiliate one way or the other. Nobody's actually described what that affiliation has to be, so I really don't know what that is. Is it a full asset merger? Is it sharing toilet paper? Is it sharing services? Whatever, but one way or the other, we need to affiliate to accommodate the New York State as well as the health department.
Right.
So we need to have, any and all options available to us.
Yeah, I don't have a problem having that discussion.
Do you want her office to contact you, or do you want to contact her office, or?
You can do it through me, or you do it through you, I don't care, however you want.
All right.
present at every meeting if you want.
I think that would be good, because the transfer agreement, Eric Gustafson has said that it's not adequate at all, some generic thing that just,
I'm not gonna discuss the transfer agreement publicly right now, quite honestly, so, I think that's a discussion.
Well, Bob,
The executive session.
what Bob had said was that, I've got it right here, actually. You probably read the article as well.
I guess my point is, I'm not gonna negotiate it publicly, so
No,
I'm saying.
no, we're just
no,
making a point that,
it's not there, really.
No, we've not seen one that I know of.
so I'm not sure.
Well,
they-
Eric, our town attorney has seen one, he's got it.
We all got it, guys.
Well,
We all got that.
He says the asset transfer agreement with the town is still under development.
right,
That's what he said Monday.
yeah,
So I've got from North Country now,
and I don't know,
from Andy Gardner.
I've seen no other progress other than a draft that we saw in an email that did not seem like, did not have a lot of detail. I don't wanna talk about this publicly. It's just inappropriate, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
It's a
fine.
contract, for Christ's sake, for God's sake. We, you know,
That's fine.
well, all we're discussing is his point that was made right there, that's all I really know
we're
is.
discussing particulars to some degree, yeah,
Well,
which I don't think we
He
should.
says the asset transfer agreement with the town is still under development. That means it's not done, it's not complete,
Absolutely.
and they filed with the health department.
And I don't know what the rules are for that, and how does
I don't know either.
the CON works.
So why are we discussing it if we don't know rules about it?
We don't really know too much about it. We're left in the
Let's
dark.
move on. What's the next
We're
one?
left in the dark.
Okay, MED,
Tomorrow.
library,
Basically, Frank covered most of that, other than maybe a little executive session after
okay.
this meeting.
Museum, we have agreed to hire, an auctioneer from Augsburg, Ray Chapman, who will be taking the de-accession items, in August. He'll pick them up, transport them to the facility, and there will be an auction. I think the tentative date is the 31st of August for him to auction the contents. I think there'll be some other stuff mixed in, it will just be the museum stuff. He will get, a flat fee to transport, the, stuff, $100. However, if the, I didn't bring it with me, if,
I've got it right here.
you got it?
Yep. We don't know.
If it exceeds, if the
Oh, yeah.
proceeds are more than $5,000, it'll be 18.5% commission and no transportation costs, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Normal commission is 20%.
Right.
So August 31st. That will be in Ogdensburg.
Yeah. Because the facility's on Route 68, it's going out toward the end.
Does that include the furniture that's still left out in storage?
The officer, he said he would take that.
Really?
He said,
That night, he said that
right, but he said, maybe it was in the phone call with me after, he said, if I've got room in the trailer, I'll take it. He said, it's not gonna bring any money, it's a dog, office furniture doesn't sell.
well, what
He
about,
said-
is there anybody else that can use it locally? I mean, they're not gonna get,
Boys and Girls Club.
yeah, boys and.
I have no problem donating.
All I know is we're paying about $100.
Right.
And we should be.
So I'll be looking into that, see
Yeah.
if
Chamber of Commerce.
want me to do it or somebody else?
You know, you do it.
It's pretty nice stuff.
Yeah.
mean,
Can I
it's
get it
really-
here?
Well, they, just so you know, they've gone through it and moved, several of the items have been moved into the
Right.
museum.
Brian, do we have what's in there, can I
I
go?
thought you wanted a desk out of there.
The key
No, actually,
is in the town
It's
clerk's
beautiful
office.
desk, but.
So I'll contact Boys and Girls Club.
Now, okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
We
Right.
we
They can't
contacted,
say it.
I just wanna point out that we contacted 3 different auctioneers, only one actually came and responded.
Yeah.
The others said they were gonna get back to us, they never did. So, we ended up having one proposal to consider.
Tell them that Boys and Girls doesn't want it, but they are Cleveland.
Okay,
There you
good
go.
point.
Well, I mean, the chamber,
And I think,
Take a look.
and I also think, don't we have some stuff here that we have a full desks and, what?
It's not full anymore.
We cleaned it out a while
I
back,
know,
right?
but
No,
there's
we're
still
talking
some
about
things,
But
furniture.
we do have some
Furniture.
desks and,
Okay, Tom's in charge of that. He's got all kinds of time now, he's retired. Congratulations on your
Thank you.
retirement. Okay, recreation.
They met last week, the summer program's in full swing and attendance is very good. The brochure that Mike and the Record Commission put out is doing very well. Events, attendance and interest in the events is up probably due to that. And Mike's done a very good job with that. Lacrosse is doing well, and I thank, for the Rec Commission, Andy and Bob, I asked you to, if you could give them a plug. Both of you did the next day. So, very helpful. That's good income for us.
Okay, anything else?
No.
BDC.
I reported last month on the meeting, was before our meeting, and the next meeting is tomorrow.
And they're gonna be administering the, grant the village got for downtown too, I know that. It's not a big deal, not big news, but it is. Chamber of Commerce, the board meets tomorrow. Farmers Market is on Thursdays, on Danforth Place,
And Sundays.
and Sundays, that's right, Thursday and
What
Sunday.
time's the meeting tomorrow?
Noon. I plan to be there. How's attendance been?
The farmer's market?
Yeah,
The public has come out in full force, the vendors are not having a problem with it.
I hear there's some killer cinnamon rolls there, so that's wrong.
Yes,
And
yes.
muffin bread, heard about the
Muffin
muffin
bread, I
bread.
heard muffin bread too, yeah, I heard
There's
that.
muffin bread.
you have to get there at 10.
Do ya?
Because it sells in 45
It sells
minutes.
quickly.
Really?
I have
That's
7
good, though.
farmers, but maybe three or four show up. So I'm trying to get more farmers to come out.
There's not really a lot of produce.
Stuff might be slow, yeah, it's,
Well, there was a lot that were hesitant to come to Massena. In the past, they weren't excited about using our farmer's market, but I'm showing them we got a good public response, so we'll get more.
how's the new site, you think?
They love it, everyone loves the new site. The public loves it, the vendors love it.
Nobody's roasting in the parking lot?
No, we're in the shade area, so we're good.
Good. Anywho.
Good job.
Okay, supervisor's report, I've got a couple of things, probably should have put them on the agenda, but I said it. One is we got the appraisal back on the old museum, from Varley, and Michael Varley. He has appraised the, old museum at $135,000.
Jesus Christ.
We had people interested before, I think now we have somewhere to start. How soon do you want to move on this? And I think the museum plans to move in September. That's been the museum board's stance thus far. So.
I say it goes on the market today.
I kind of think we should too. Will we do it through a realtor or not?
Yes, it takes the politics out of it, do it through a realtor.
Okay? And how do we decide which one?
You're going to say that.
Next meeting.
Oh, you're out. We know you're out.
You gotta decide what you're doing with the remaining hearse.
Yeah.
I have no room in the highway department.
No, my initial plan
Here's
is,
my other thought, Joe, is, you know, obviously we've got that large, container there, I don't think we need one that large, but maybe we can check on the price of a smaller one that you can store in that, so you, but I don't know when the plans are, so we close that, drive-through.
When we had the money.
We sell the building.
I'm not convinced that it needs to be enclosed in order for the hearse to go in there. I don't think cold is gonna hurt the hearse a whole lot. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think if we put it in there and wrap it for the winter, it may be okay, but maybe we'd be able to get it closed in for the winter. I don't know.
I
We
can't
can't leave
answer
it.
that.
I know, nobody can, and it's not gonna be easy to move. I think, I half jokingly, but really more seriously, have said, well, I think we should talk to the folks at the Agricultural Museum and ask if we can hire them to move that for us. They are
Move the
experienced
sleigh
doing that stuff, they moved the sleigh one quite effectively. This one's a little more complicated than that, I think. I'm not sure how sturdy the wheels are, I don't think I'd be able to wheel it over there by any means.
Any
But but I think the top is separate from the base, it can be separated
Yeah,
from the wheels.
I understand that too.
Steve just brought up a point,
What's
maybe
that?
we can stick in the back of the old Jeep hanger, or the old hangar.
Well, we have covers certainly there, covered, yeah.
It won't be out in the cold, but it'll be out of the weather. I
We don't
guess.
have to worry about
That's a
when
really
water, rain blowing into it.
Or put in that TSA space that's open.
There you go.
You only, obviously putting it there, I would be concerned about rodents,
Wow.
because it is an open, I mean, you know what I'm saying, it's
Yeah.
become a nesting place, right?
If you put it without full cover, first thing you gotta worry about is man.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good point too, yeah.
You know,
It's a different world, Albert, you're right.
But I guess we need to understand, you know, can it go out in the environment, the cold, the weather, I mean, even though it's covered, it's still cold.
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so, it's gonna dry out, I'm sure, correct.
Can we loan it to somebody?
It's
That's what I
not,
was
it's
thinking.
not in a climate control where it is, there's no,
No,
I mean,
it's
it's not,
out of
it's
the,
warm,
it's
but,
out of the elements.
no, I agree.
You know, it's-
And it's 50 degrees in there, I guess, they don't keep it real warm down there.
Well, you build a new highway garage, I'll let you put it in.
That's my plan, actually, sometime next year.
We'll make sure there's a spot for it.
When we get to budget time, we're gonna talk about it, in my opinion, right, so we'll see. Okay, so, that's that. So again, how do we wanna go about two things? Somebody's gonna do some research on the hearse and what we do with it, and somebody's gonna decide to do some research on what we're doing with the realtor. We're gonna sell the building.
Have we ever sold land before, Nancy? Or buildings?
So,
How did we do it?
We haven't used a real estate agent. We just talked about it at a board meeting and
What I
I
would
think
think,
we did a public bid.
we could do an RFP, I could do an RFP for bids on the thing, I was there, or just let bids, right, bid, we could do that. Say we're gonna, as of such and such a date, we're accepting bids on the property at 200 East Orvis Street that houses the town museum. Bids have to be in by 5 o'clock at whatever time.
Perfect.
Date.
That's it there.
What do you wanna do?
it would save the commission, it would allow more leeway probably with the price, so.
Yeah.
Can we get more exposure?
How soon do you want
What if we get close to the price?
things to be in?
As
Shoot
soon as
for,
possible.
wanna shoot for August 15 or something like that, or push it out a day a week it is, but.
You know, if they're gonna be out at the end of September, then I'd give 45 days for
Closer,
closing.
yeah.
Well, we could, and quite honestly, we could sell it when we wanna sell it.
Right, close when you want. And,
Right,
uh,
yeah,
You should probably get your abstract updated in the meantime.
yeah, that's true. All right, we need a motion to do that. Motion to, update the abstract of the property at 200 East Service Street.
I wouldn't update it till we get it into a buyer, I mean, the buyer's attorney's gonna update it to their name, right? I mean, why would
what
we?
about the seller?
Yeah,
Doesn't the seller have to have the
Yeah.
abstract?
and
Yeah,
I'm sure we have
I
it,
would-
so we have it somewhere.
I would throw it all into one.
I don't- I
We
would love-
update the
Yeah.
abstract.
That's the important thing, is to find the
Let's do
abstract
this,
first of all.
let's let Eric decide how we do the abstract. Talk with the town council about town attorney, what we need to do with the abstract. In the meantime, is this the year calendar? Can I look at this? Oh, this is last year's, that's not gonna help us.
Maybe, need to find out from Eric too, Joe, with that appraisal, what is our guidelines as far as selling that? And how far off the mark will we be?
I don't think there's really, I mean, I think,
Could take whatever we want.
right, I think when we sold the property on
Excuse me.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was public knowledge.
Washington Ridge Road, it was, okay, August 19 is a Friday. I'm just thinking we do the bid sending at that. Does that make
So
sense?
moved.
It's a month?
So we're obviously gonna have the right rate,
Yeah, refuse all bids,
refusal.
sure, yeah.
Who's writing?
I will, we'll do that tomorrow, Friday.
So the 19th, and then when's our meeting?
We're meeting on the 17th. Oh,
Go before that.
so you want to do it before, the 12th is the Friday before, or we can do it the 16th, the day before, 15th is Monday. August 15, or the Monday before our meeting? Okay, so